It's Track Titan Tuesdays. Track Titan Tuesdays. It's Track Titan Tuesdays. That is the highest energy intro you'll ever see to a stream. Welcome back to Silverstone. Welcome back to Track Titan Tuesdays. I am your commentator for the day, Adam Chapman, joined once again by Mr. Spidslam. How are you doing, Spidslam?
Well, guys.
Spidslam, not singing with me today, but
No, I'm not singing. Definitely not.
He's not singing, but he will be providing some fantastic commentary. I probably won't be, I'll just be talking rubbish, as per usual. But here we are, we're at Silverstone, we're in the BMW Z4 GT3, a personal favourite of mine. I love this car, Do you like this car, Spidslam?
It's okay, I don't have any troubles with it, so...
Oh, you're not
it's
as
fine.
passionate. You're not as... What's your favourite GT3 car, Spidslam?
My favorite GT3 is the Porsche.
Everyone says that. To be fair, that's the correct answer.
No.
It's the correct answer. It is the best. But, you know...
You got me addicted to the Porsche because of the Lorry challenge. So it's kind of your fault, so
yeah,
like...
Track Titan is spreading the word of Porsche. Don't say we're not adding value to the business. But yeah, once again, as I've said 3 times already, we're at Silverstone, and I'm on board with Mr. Jesus666, a very fast driver, as we know, as he heads through turn 1 and 2 and into the loop section. It's going to be a really interesting race, as you can see, because he's just done a spinny. So, Jesus welcoming us into the track, showing us what not to do as you go through the loop section, but of course very easy to do, because that is a very low speed part of the track, and the amount of traction going through these rear tyres is ridiculous in this BMW. But well, there you go. Jesus demonstrating the dangers of particularly the loop section, but of course of Silverstone as a whole. It's a very easy track to kind of go wrong on, but you've got a lot of runoff and a lot of grass to correct yourself. So it's a proper track. It's a proper track with a proper bit of racing coming up. Have you been watching the times? I know you were on with some of the guys before Spidslam. Who do you reckon is going to be fastest today?
Well, Eric has had the fastest times in the practice session for 1 hour, so he has a good chance if he doesn't spin.
This is true. This is true. One, you know, as Jesus.
These cars were made to use traction control. We have no traction control here, so that's what makes it difficult.
We are bringing the chaos today, but you know it's tameable. It is tameable. This is much more tameable than last week's offering, which I couldn't keep on the track. A car like this, I didn't manage to get any hot laps this week, but you know I can't offer any super close insight. But I've driven this car before, and I like it. So
it's okay. Michelle might have some troubles in the low speed parts, because if you put the throttle wrong on some of those corners, you spin out very easily. So if his throttle gets stuck again, like last week's, then it will not work.
Yeah, Michelle with his recurring throttle sticking problem. Yeah, definitely at risk of going awry somewhere. But yeah, we're flying around. The times are ticking down slowly. Eric is currently sitting at the top of the field with a provisional pole time of a 2:024. No one challenging him just yet. Let's see what Michelle Rodriguez gets as he crosses the line. Second fastest with a 2:02.484. So yeah, all to play for up at the top of the field today. We've got 16 cars on the grid, so not a super populated one, which should mean we get a decent bit of racing. In the Hot Lap Challenge, I happened to notice that Michelle put in, I think, 230 laps, and Artyom, hero of the hour, put in, I think, 440 laps? 412 laps in the Hot Lap Challenge alone. Artyom lives and breathes the Track Titan Hot Lap Challenges.
We're doing it so much time. God damn.
You know what? I've got the exact same question. Spidslam, but it's paying off because he's currently sat provisionally in third with a 2:032. So all that practice makes perfect, and yeah, it is paying off right now. Where is Ryan Skywalker? Ryan Skywalker not got a lap on the board quite yet. Jesus with a slow lap after his spins. So those two that we'd expect to be up at the front, not quite getting on the board yet. With only 3.5 minutes left, they're gonna have to. It's always good to get in a good lap in the bank early on, and those boys leaving it to the last to steal pole potentially.
Eric was on a good lap. He spun. He just spun it.
Oh, just now.
The best way to ditch a good lap. Just spin.
You know what? There's honour in spinning. There's honour in spinning. If Tom was here, he would bully me for that, but he's not, so we're okay. There is honour in spinning.
You're just using me to get rid of Tom, right?
No,
just
you don't bully me as much as Tom, so I like commentating with you.
Oh, then that's good to hear.
Jesus, back to the racing. Aside from being bullied by co-commentators, Jesus gets provisional 3rd place, very closely followed by Ryan Skywalker with a provisional 4th. Both of them putting in times within 0.3 of a second of the current pole setter, Eric Shimandera. Eric not improving on that first lap time yet. Yet being the key word, but there is a serious gaggle coming through the loop, and especially through Luffield and.
Corner names again. Oh, you should know this. You are a boy. You should know
I've
this.
Been to Silverstone. I've been to Silverstone many times. Brooklands.
Yeah.
There we go.
There
Brooklands.
I was just like, you figured. I was like, you got to be kidding.
If you go back on the Track Titan YouTube channel, there are individual corner guides for every corner at Silverstone, which I'm sure all of these drivers watched before racing, is all I'm going to say, because they're fantastically done by myself, and I should know the corner names because I did them. Wow, that's a lap from Ramiz Karas. Can you pronounce that, Spitzlam?
No, I'm not even
going for Kareski. That's a new name that I don't think I've seen before. Have you seen his name before in any of the challenges, Spitzlam?
No.
Well, what a fantastic lap there from a rookie. Well, in quotation marks, a rookie, but a novice for the Track Titan series. Puts in a provisional pole with a 2:02.144. Ryan Skywalker bringing the times down even more. 2:02.301 puts himself into the second position. And Michel Rodriguez improves on his time, getting a 2:02.737 to put himself into 4th position. Eric Shimandera still holding on to that podium spot with that early... I'll stop speaking. Sorry, Eric. I didn't mean to jinx you there because Jesus has just put in a 2:02.238 within 1/10 of
Michelle.
Ramos. And Michelle there, pipping Jesus once again putting himself within 0.6 of a second of Ramiz Kareski. So really tight at the front. Look at that. We've got 5 drivers all within 0.3 of a second. That is crazy. Getting further back, just to give some airtime to some of the guys battling around further back. The Architect Zera there in 9th position, 2 seconds off the lead. Where's Evil Goblin there? Keith, 2.5 seconds. And Rafael Varela, looks like they might have a good battle on their hands there between Diogo Rafael and Evil Goblin. They're 3 kind of similarly paced drivers that we can look out for in the midfield. So there we go. At the top, it is tightening up. Who's going to come out on top of this one?
Well, I was just going with Ramiz because that's easier than his last name. Ramiz said a really solid time. I think the others will have a little bit of a problem to try and put it because it's end of qualifying. Everybody's on their last lap right now. If they butcher it, they are done.
Yeah, that is a fantastic lap time from Ramiz there. Really put in the legwork. He managed to get a purple last sector. Ramiz is not going to improve on his final time, and he is going to have to hope that Eric, I think, is going to be the one that's going to battle him here for the 2:02.144. Let's get on board with Eric as he comes round down from Stowe. I believe we are. Yeah, it's Stowe into the loop section. Eric's on a fly. He's got a green first section, a purple second section. Let's see if he can link this last bit together. We've got a driver going off just in front of him, but he does not get bothered by that. Swings it around the final corner. Fantastic line there, using the exit curve just a little bit with plenty of grip left to spare. And there he goes, onto provisional pole. Eric Shimandera with a 2:02.092. What a lap. That was a fantastic lap from Eric Shimandera there, and secures himself onto pole position for the race. You predicted it, right, Spitzlam? You said Eric would be on top.
Yeah, I said.
He had
I'm like, I was like now weirded out a little bit because I just saw Michel on a good lap. He then got into the pit and just left.
Oh, Michel did leave the server. I wonder what's happening there.
And I was super confused what happened there.
A few drivers coming through to finish their laps. Hopefully Michel can rejoin before the race starts. We've got last drivers coming across the line now. Qualifying will finish very shortly. We're going to go into the race session. Michel, where'd you go? Hopefully he rejoins.
He's gone.
Oh, he's back.
Oh, he rejoined.
He is back, and he is starting from the back of the grid, I think.
Maybe it was a strategy.
Maybe that's it. Yeah, Michel Rodriguez there, starting right at the back of the grid. 2-3 grid slots behind even the back drivers. So that disconnect very costly for Michel there, but nonetheless, the drivers at the front will be happy to see that because they knew that Michel would be breathing down the necks very shortly. But Eric Shimandera on pole, Ramiz Kariski on second position, and Jesus in third. Who's going to be in front by the first corner, Spitzlam?
We don't know.
Well, you need to call it. You're going to give him the blessing here, mate.
No, I'm not going to give him a blessing. It will be a curse. It's a commentator's curse.
Right, well, we'll avoid commentator's curse. We'll get the race started. 6 lights go out. Eric Shimandera gets a decent start. But whoa, what a start from Ramiz. Absolutely lightning right up onto the back of Eric Shimandera by the first corner. Not going to make the move this time round. Is that Ryan Skywalker up the inside of Jesus for turn 2? It is, but Jesus has the inside line coming into the second corner, and he stays ahead of Ryan Skywalker this time round as he come into the loop section. Ramiz is right up behind Eric Shimandera, behind Ryan Skywalker. Mossa has managed to get past Alexander Gray. Artyom is battling with Alexander Gray. Artyom up the inside of Alexander Gray there. Alexander Gray all over the grass, and he is falling down the order. He's back into 8th position after that first loop incident there just on the exit. Someone losing a lot of traction there. Who's that going off? It's Evil Goblin. Evil Goblin Keith going sideways, doing a bit of drifting out the loop section. He's going to rejoin the track safely. And just behind him, Joseph is going sideways as well. But Eric Shimandera is holding on to the lead for now as they come through Luffield. Ramiz Kareski is getting a move put on him by Jesus there. Rami's not getting a good line out of Luffield there. And Jesus capitalizing on that, moving up into second position. Ryan Skywalker also sniffing at the back of Ramiz as they come up to Copse Corner, breaking not a lot for Copse Corner, of course, very high speed corner, and into the tricky Magnussen Beckett section. Let's see if he can follow. I don't know who's going to lead at the end of this lap, Spitzlam.
I don't know. I lost myself into the grays, God.
It was a crazy start there. Fantastic, clean start all round though. Lots of drivers doing very well to hold on.
Clean start. There was a there was a little bit of a pile up. Yeah, back. There was a little bit of a pile up.
I kept the camera on the front runners, and
yeah, I know,
for good reason, because Ryan Skywalker there making a move on Ramiz Kareski. Ramiz just not carrying the same space from qualifying into the race, but he's going to try and look up the inside of Ryan. Going into the loop section, he's going to brake much deeper than him. He's going to brake deeper, but not get a move made as he come round out of the club. Yeah, the club corner and onto the Lewis Hamilton straight, as it's called now. Eric Shimandera leads at the end of the first lap, followed by Jesus and Ramiz Kareski. That was a bit of chaos further back, but
that was a mouthful for you.
It was. They've named the new straight. They've named the start-finish straight the Lewis Hamilton straight, which is it's hard to say. It's hard to say. Hamilton Straight we'll go for. I think
just Hamilton Straight.
It's just Hamilton Straight, isn't it?
That's how they called it in the broadcast. So yeah, I think it's only Hamilton Straight.
I'll stop complicating things for myself. I'll jump a bit further back. Michel Rodriguez managing to make a move on Gen Race there. He's battling his way back from the back of the pack as we saw at the start of the race. He's going to make a nice move here on Rafael Varela coming into Brooklands and round into Luffield. Yep, it's made that move stick. Lovely move from Michel Rodriguez there and up into 10th position. Not bad at all. Catch my breath now.
Oh, there's someone spinning at the back. There's nothing that he can do with that.
Nah, Gen Race made a passenger by a little spin there, and really, really struggling to get back on track now. I think they might be about to disconnect. There, they're back into the pits.
There we go.
Yeah, Genera's struggling there. Not sure what that was. Just struggling for traction, I guess. As you said, without traction control, these cars are very rear heavy.
Yeah, it's a GT3, it's not Formula 1 cars.
Yeah, this is the issue. This is the issue indeed.
If this was the F 2004, this would be a blast without traction control.
Well, everyone should have good practice with the F2004, the amount of hot lap challenges we've had with it. And another driver making his practice pay, Alexander Gray, moving up back in 7th position after he lost a few positions early on in the loop section. And he's getting himself past Diogo Teixeira. And yeah, going to try and cruise away now. Both these drivers very experienced in Track Titan racing, of course. So lovely to see some nice clean racing from the pair of them, isn't it? Lovely to see.
Definitely lovely to see. Diego, one of the backbones of this community.
He is.
Being overtaken by someone.
He is a standard fixture in these community races. Speaking of standard fixtures, who are we missing today? We're missing Isaac, just 911.
Oh yeah, just 911 isn't here, finally.
Yeah, so just 911 going to really suffer in the championship standings because in the races he was leading the community race table. So he's of course going to drop down. Who's that? Who's disconnected there? That's moving everyone up.
I don't know. I don't really care. It was a back marker as well. Oh, Ram is making a little mistake. Ryan getting closer. How they don't repeat Hamilton and Verstappen into cops.
Oh, let's
they
not
don't. That's very good. Taking notes right here, guys. Ryan trying to overtake him. Till Magus and Beckett doesn't do it. Really dangerous to overtake on Magus and Beckett. Do not recommend. There's Jesus spun. Jesus spun.
Jesus has gone sideways.
Jesus spun. And it's just slipstreaming. Ryan is slipstreaming Ram. He's onto hangar straight. Back to back, bump drafting him into the corner. Let's see what he can do. He can do nothing. Why is this not working? He could have overtaken him already so many times if he just committed. He just has to dive bump a little bit. Rami's making this divide by this BMW on the track right now. Ryan cannot get past. They're one lap behind each other. Great battle right here.
Rami is channeling his inner Fernando Alonso here and putting on some of the best defensive driving display I have seen in a Track Titan race. Ryan just not able to find a way past. Rami's he's just able to keep him at bay, and now he's going to hold up Jesus as well because yeah, Jesus had a little bit of a moment coming through Beckett's I think, and got sideways, ended up behind both Ryan and Rami's. But Rami's, how long can you hold on for, Rami's? How long can you hold on for? All this time, Eric is running away with it because, you know, we all know that Eric is one of the fastest drivers on, well, definitely the fastest driver on track right now. And I think he's got a little bit of pace on Rami's, especially as Rami's is defending. So 5.5 seconds the gap. Let's see if Ryan can get past Rami's, he might be able to bring that down, but I don't think he's going to bring any gaps down so long as he's stuck behind Rami's. Rami's defending fantastically here as they come up the pits, old pit straight, the national straight into Copse Corner and through into Maggots and Beckett's. Is Ryan going to make another look into Maggots?
He will not, he's too far away. He doesn't get that much slipstream that he can dive bump him into Maggots and Beckett.
Yeah, not this time round. I think it's very, like you said, it's very, very dangerous to make an overtake into Maggots and Beckett. So I'd be very surprised if he might try to make a move there. But desperation is really going to start to sink in for Ryan and Jesus now as they're stuck behind Rami's. They're going to get stuck behind him lap after lap after lap. And they're going to look for a way through. Oh, as he looks to the inside. Charlton, they're just not able to break as deep as Rami's. He's just
no. Rami's is defending like lion.
He's doing fantastically here as Rami's, and it's all going to show as they come into the club chicane. Yet still no moves being made. Jesus not even able to find a way past Ryan Skywalker now. These three drivers line astern. Ramis, hats off to you for this fantastic defensive driving, but I am sure Ryan and Jesus are going to be raging in their helmets right now.
God, I'm glad there's no DRS right now.
I'm glad there's no voice comms between drivers. That would be right.
Oh
Screaming at Ramis
no!
right now.
Oh wait, there is.
There is. Ramis
Ryan
is-
and Jesus are in the voice chat.
Jesus has left the voice chat, so he's in a mind of his own, and Ramis isn't in there either. So I'm sure Ryan is just raging to all the few that are left in there now. Michelle in there, I'm sure, hearing it and grinning because he is trying to find a way to catch up to these guys. I bet I daren't switch away from this, but Michelle Rodriguez is very, very close to Alexander Gray, looking to make a move into Luffield. He's going to look to the inside. He's going to break deep. He's well alongside Alexander Gray there, and that's an absolutely textbook move from Michelle Rodriguez there. Fantastic move completed by him there, up the inside of Alexander Gray, and Alexander Gray, oh, trying to get up the inside, but then just clips Michelle. Michelle goes round, rejoining the track now. Oh, doesn't catch Rafael Varela. Does well there. And Michelle back down into 9th position. Alexander Gray slowing down to help Michelle through, but just lets Rafael through in the end. I'm going to have a look back at that.
Jesus and Ryan Skywalker are battling for Magazine Beckett's. Ramis and Ryan almost made a Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton impression in the cops. Nothing happened recently. A move from Jesus gets him up to the podium places.
Wow, I missed that one. Good job you keep an eye on that because that's a big move from Jesus there up into the podium positions. But yeah, Ramis is cleared off from the pair of them. Them two battling has just allowed Ramis to run away with it a little bit. He's got a second and a bit on Jesus. If he can keep this pace up, he'll be on for a sure second if he can keep defending like he can. And if Ryan keeps attacking Jesus, as it looks like he's going to try to, coming into the club chicane, not happening this time round. Going around onto the Hamilton straight. Ryan Skywalker now behind Jesus, but still very, very close. Under a second between these two drivers as they come into the first few corners.
And there's nothing more happening right now.
Not a lot else going on. Michelle Rodriguez fighting his way back through the grid once again on the back of Isaac Gard. But doesn't look like the move is going to be made anytime soon there.
I think Michelle is glad that Bathtub is 2 places behind him.
I think anyone is scared when the bathtub is near them.
Friend of you are near Bathtub.
He's almost as notorious as you.
I was worse. I was worse. Oh wait, and maybe next hot lap challenges may be Highlands short, so you know.
Yeah, no, yeah, this is true. I think I got some top secret information. Oh, it's not the hotline. It's not the Highlands short next time round. We're all right. We're all right.
Oh, it's not.
It's not, unfortunately.
God damn it.
It's the
We
community.
need to meet us again.
It's the community, you know. Everyone votes on it. If you want the Highlands short, you're going to have to start manipulating the votes and forcing people to do it on the live stream.
Just create 50 Gmail accounts on track day.
No, not like that. Not like that. You just need to start influencing people with your power as a commentator.
Well, Ryan definitely voted for Highlands. He wanted Highlands as well. I know that. There's not really much racing now. The grid is quite spread out.
Yeah, they are a little bit, aren't they? Ryan Skywalker still keeping the pressure on Jesus, but yeah, not making a move quite yet. By the looks of it.
Ryan just cruising himself into victory. We can just say that.
El Ripo is in the pits. Not sure what happened to him there, whether he got some damage or whether he's just quite had enough at the minute. But yeah, him retiring into the pits for the first race. He's going to start from the front for the second. Oh no, I think if you start from the pits, I think you start from the back, don't you?
If you don't do enough laps, you have that the leader did. Then you start from the back.
Absolute devastation for El Ripo there, but well. I'm not sure what quite happened with him there, but he's chilling in the pits now.
When I found out that fight, I will not start first even if I'm a lap down. I was just like, oh no. I was actually sad. A little bit of chaos would be fun.
So you have to be on the same lap as the leader?
Yeah, you do.
I did not know this. You learn something new every day, especially on a Track Titan stream. We bring the facts The cold hard facts. And what else I bring in is some lovely racing. But I mean, usually bring in some lovely racing, but there's not really much racing going on right now, is there? No. So we're watching Car Parade, which I'm not complaining at. The Z4 is a very pretty car. But Ryan Skywalker there abusing track limits to gain a few tenths on Jesus as they come into Magnussen Beckett's, but it's not going to do them any favours. Jesus still 2.5 behind Ramis. Ramis put in a brilliant showing for a first appearance at a Track Titan community race, and all credit to him for not only holding off Ryan Skywalker's relentless attacks earlier on, but for keeping the pace up and staying well ahead of Jesus and Ryan, who, you know, they both are very, very fast drivers.
They are very fast drivers, but I'm just watching Eric at the front. He's just vibing. He doesn't have no worries. He's just cruising.
He is just cruising. He has nothing to worry about. He's got 6.5 seconds to Ramis, and if he keeps on the pace that he is, he's keeping on a qualifying pace the entire race, which is incredible. If he keeps at this pace, then he's chilling.
These tires are so much better than the last race.
Yeah, the last race tires, they fell off after about half a lap, whereas these are race tires, so they should last a little bit more. Let's see.
Those are race tires as well. That's what drove us mad. That they were race tires, but they just didn't hold on.
We'll contact Pirelli and let them sort it out.
Really?
This is...
you have Sam. Just figure out with Sam. He worked for Red Bull, so just figure out with him.
Yeah, Sam will pull the strings. I'm sure he will.
Yes, Sam will do it.
Alexander Gray dropping down a position. I think he must have had an incident because he dropped down behind. How am I supposed to pronounce that? BCN Gus. He dropped down behind Gus.
Just do. I think he just meant Big Chungus as the name.
I refuse to say that. And he just span, which is what he deserves for having a name such as that. Bathtub moving through on Gus and Alexander Gray likewise. So Alexander Gray down to 11th, back up to 10th, even with a spin. So cruising around behind Isaac. I said Isaac wasn't here earlier, but of course he is. He's just next.
He's everywhere.
He's next to his imposter, Alexander.
The Isaac and Alexander. God damn.
I'm going to call them the Duracell brothers because they had 2 double A's. Up to Stowe then. I'm going to jump back to the front because Jesus has brought the gap down on Ramis. He's now within a second, and Ryan Skywalker still within a second of Jesus. So hopefully this battle hots up as we come in onto the final lap round the club chicane. And onto the Hamilton Straight for one last racing time. Although they will when they finish the line. So on to one more after this. But Eric is away and clear of Ramis. But Jesus very close to the back of Ramis now. Ryan Skywalker likewise. They come round turn 1, round Abbey, into the loop section. Oh, Jesus didn't get an optimal line there. Ryan Skywalker is well alongside for the loop. He's going to try and hang it around the outside. Round the loop, Ryan Skywalker on Jesus up into 3rd position. Great move from Ryan Skywalker there. Oh, but he breaks too deep coming out of the loop. He gets all kinds of traction control problems. He goes left, he goes right, he goes round. Jesus clips the back of him. They both go around together. That was a little bit of chaos there, but they are going to both hold on to that 3rd and 4th position. But the happiest man on the track right now, Ramis Kariski, is flying, and he's going to hold on to that 2nd position barring any crazy incidents. So Jesus and Ryan Skywalker imploding a bit there. What on earth?
Oh, and Ryan just overtook Jesus.
Yeah, I think Jesus might have let him past.
Yeah, it seemed like, because he had a really low speed on the
I think Jesus must have thought that he helped Ryan round a bit there, but I don't think you were at fault there, Jesus. I think the pair of you might have been going around either way by the looks of it, racing just a bit too hard. But as they come onto the National Straight into Cops and through to Magnussen Beckett's, they've only got half a lap left for Jesus to try and make a move and get himself back onto the podium positions. Let's see if he can make a move, probably a move into Stowe. If there is going to be one made, we'll jump on board with Jesus as he hunts down Ryan Skywalker for this final podium position. I'm going to have to keep one eye on the timing tower as well to find out when Eric Jumandera crosses the line. Don't want to deprive him of his victory finish.
Oh, no.
But Jesus, yeah, still flying up the hangar straight. He's just not got the speed to catch up with Ryan Skywalker for now. So I don't think there's going to be any moves made unless one is made into the club chicane.
Final corner.
Right you are.
Eric, final corner.
You are. Club chicane. Eric Jamandera round the final corner to finish in first place for the first Track 10's community race of the day. Ramis Kareski finishes in second position. That's a 1-2 exactly as they set off. So really, really good racing from both Ramis and Eric Zamindera. Ramis with one of the best defensive driving displays I have seen in a long while. Ryan Skywalker takes home third after Jesus lets him through on the straight there. They came together a little bit on the final lap, but no, I'm sure there's no love lost because them two are good friends still. Fifth place for Artyom, Diogo Texera in sixth, Ramis Varela in seventh. Michelle Rodriguez fights all the way from last back up to eighth. Isaac Gard in ninth, Alexander Gray in 10th, Bath to 11th, Eva Goblin 12th. Gus, the spinner, in 13th, and El Ripo in 14th was in the pits from about lap 3. So that does round off the first race of the day. And of course, we've got a reverse grid race to come. We'll see how this one goes, eh?
Oh, we can see how it goes.
Well,
but who is it? Oh, it's buffed up. Oh God, no.
Yeah, so the man on pole today, El Ripo and just El Ripo starting at the back. Oh yeah, and of course Gus, Eva
Prepare
Goblin.
for death sentence. That's what I want to say.
You've got no faith in Bastard, have you? He could lead him off
no,
the line.
I don't. I can't believe you. I don't want to. That's the thing. I don't want to.
So it's Bastard on pole.
I can, but I don't want to.
You want to hear a
wait,
fun
can I
fact?
start the race and then you just take turn 1? Oh wait. Why is someone? Oh, why my whole grid disappeared? Okay, it didn't.
They're still on track. So
yeah,
hopefully it comes back.
Yeah, it's okay. It was my computer.
Okay, well, here we are then. Looking down the Hamilton Straight, look at that little downhill uphill as you come up into the first corner. You got 6 red lights on, 6 red lights go out, and away we go. And Bathtub gets a very slow start there. He's getting moves made already from Diogo Texera. I think Alexander Gray is well alongside for the first corner. He is, and he is up and through Alexander Gray into first position. Isaac Gard also slotting through. Bathtub's all over the grass. He's going to cause some chaos here. Oh, as he slots back, everyone does very well to avoid him there as he rejoins. Crazy moves being made into the loop here. Isaac Gard's been put around. Isaac Gard has been spun around. Oh, terrible for Isaac there. Terrible, terrible to see. Poor Isaac gets caught on the receiving end of an incident there out of the loop, and there is a big gap.
Oh!
Who's gone round?
Buffed up into Eric. Buffed up into Eric. Buffed up into Eric Slamentera.
Eric into Jesus. Jesus round in the wall.
I don't know.
No, Eric got away with it. It was Jesus. It was bathed up into Jesus, and Jesus went round. He span and he collected someone on his way round. Oh, you were right, Spitslam. There's no trust in bathtub at the front of the pack.
Oh, you see, I was right. Okay, now listen to me.
You were right. You were right. But as we come around to halfway around the first lap, Alexander Gray, with a fantastic start, manages to get himself up into first position. Diogo Texera very close behind, only a second and a bit. And Eric Jamandera likewise under a second now. What a blistering start from Eric Jamandera, battling all the way from, I think that was 11th position to 3rd within a few corners alone. Ryan Skywalker and Michelle Rodriguez also sliding their way through into 4th and 5th position. And then Gus with a great start right from the back, I believe, into 6th position. Really good job from him there. But Alexander Gray holding on for now. Still a second and so ahead of Diogo Texera. And Eric Mandera hunting down Diogo. Diogo's going to be panicking, looking in his mirror and seeing Eric right now, isn't he?
It seems like it because he didn't do stove right. Now it's into the club corner, the club chicane.
Oh, is this going to be a filthy move from Eric around the outside?
Oh, Diego! I just saw Diego run into his front wheels. I almost saw Diego spinning.
Oh,
and
well, they're alongside.
It's a draft, Eric. That's a textbook move through the last corner onto Hamilton straight into Abbey.
Lovely move from Eric Schmidera, and
Having
even lovelier move from Ryan Skywalker as he gives Diogo Teixeira a nice little love tap as he moves through on him. But wow, what a move from Ryan Skywalker there to capitalise on Eric Schmidera moving through, and the pair of them into second and Diogo Teixeira, yeah, dropping through the order now. Michel Rodriguez also making his way past him, and Gus is going to be on his back end very, very, very soon. So this top four, you'll expect to stay quite second to fourth. Alexander Gray has cleared off. Look at him go. 3.5 seconds ahead of Eric Schmidera.
Adam, commentator scores. Don't forget. Shut up.
Sorry, Alexander.
Already be a clown.
I'm sorry, Alexander. I have cursed you to be last.
Well, not last, but you might not get the first place now.
Well, to be fair, I think with Eric only a few seconds behind you, anyone's going to be worried that they're not going to finish first place, because we all know how fast of a driver Eric is and how quickly he can bring on a gap like that. I mean, he's already brought it down about a second within half a lap. So Alexander Gray just waiting to accept his fate now as he comes through. Maggots and Beckett's going to try and link this one together and hold on for just a little lap bit of more. Michel Rodriguez, Eric Schmidera, Ryan Skywalker all filtering through. Who's that alongside? Oh, Diogo Teixeira and Gus collide. Gus is into the wall. Diogo Teixeira is sideways. Gus has retired once again. Diogo Teixeira rejoining the track now. I don't know what to make of that one. Let me get a little bit of a replay there. I'll try and.
I'll watch the stream afterwards. I don't have replays that way hours.
I got a replay here. I'll play it out. Here we go. Got all filtering through. Who's that?
So
done that replay terribly. Gus is into the. It looks like essentially what happened was Gus just got alongside on the rear quarter as he came through Beckett's, and Diogo didn't leave him much. I think it's a racing incident. It's a racing incident. That might not be a racing incident, though. Diogo is round once again, colliding with Artyom this time, stopping to let Artyom rejoin the track ahead of him, but Bathtub's going to capitalise on that and move through on the pair of them. But that's lovely sportsmanship from Diogo Teixeira there to let Artyom back on the track next to him. And Jesus now coming onto the back of him. Jesus, of course, very heavily damaged after his first lap shunt. That's nice to see, though. That's always nice to see.
Ryan actually keeping it under a second behind Eric. That's an achievement of itself.
It definitely is. We all saw how Eric cleared off in the first race, and now he's catching up to Alexander Gray at a rate of knots. But yeah, Ryan Skywalker holding on, just about a second between them. Michel Rodriguez just about a second behind Ryan Skywalker himself. So not a lot between these drivers, and I'm sure the gap at the front is going to close up very soon. And if Alexander Gray can repeat the same kind of manoeuvres that... what was he called? I forgot his name already.
You mean Ramiz?
Ramiz, who left after the first race. But if you can repeat the same kind of, if you can repeat the same kind of manoeuvres and defend well, then we could have an interesting lead battle on our hands very, very soon. But for now, they are, look at them, about a second between each other, just leading themselves through Maggots and Beckett's very cleanly. Rafael Varela not far behind them there. Is it Rafael Varela? No, it's just Michel. No, who is that?
No, it's just Michel. Ramiz is back.
It's Gus. Oh, Ramiz is rejoining now. I think he might be in the pit lane. So
after 6 minutes of racing, yeah, he left. Yeah, you would be devastated. 6 minutes of racing. Yeah, I am not doing that.
Yeah, poor Ramiz missing out. He might not be on the Track Titan Discord or realise, but well, hopefully he does for next week and he joins. We'll love to see him again and bring the battle to these guys at the front. And these guys at the front being Eric Schmidera with a 2:01.986. What a lap. What a lap.
Isn't that the fastest lap?
I'm pretty sure that is the fastest lap of the day. As he's on his hunt for Alexander Gray. He smells young Swedish boys and he wants some meatballs.
Adam, that sounded weird. So I'm just going to defuse the situation, and I'm going to tell it's better to be hunter than to prey. And Adam, yeah, just go clean your mouth. What the fuck did you just say here? What did you just say?
Yeah, Eric Schmidera is now chasing down Alexander Gray on the track, and he's within half a second of him. And He is, like you say, it's better to be a hunter than a hunted because he can analyse where Alexander's braking, he can analyse his driving, and he can capitalise on any mistakes he's making. But you know what? Alexander's put in fantastic times to hold on so long. That's been a few laps he's held on to the first position. But it looks like it might not last too long because Eric Jamadera is well and truly on the hunt. Here he is coming through Maggots, through Beckett's, out of Beckett's into Chapel. Alexander Gray taking a decent line there, getting the good run out of Chapel. He's going to have a good run all the way up the Hanger Straight, but that slipstream is going to be a powerful motivator for Eric Jamadera to try and make the move up into Stowe. Not going to happen this time around. Both of them breaking uphill. Oh, look at the speed Eric is carrying through Stowe corner. He's getting about a tenth on Alexander in that corner alone. Is he going to line up for a nice overtake into the club chicane? He thinks about it, but he thinks better. They both filter through the club chicane. Eric Jamadera is right on Alexander Gray's backside now as they come through the club chicane onto the Hamilton straight out the final corner, using all that inside curve without the sausage curve, and then getting on the exit curve to carry all the speed out of the corner. Eric Jamadera, whoa, bashing the rev limiter there like it's an old Nissan Micra in a field in the early 2000s, and through into the loop. Eric Jamadera alongside, braking deep, trying to make the move on Alexander Gray. Is he going to get the switch back as they come through the loop? He's going to have the outside line once again for the second section of the loop, trying to make a switch back, not this time round, trying to hold on to the outside. Alexander Gray gets a bit of traction loss out of the corner, and they're almost side by side as they come down the Wellington straight into Brooklands. Oh, and Ryan Scourke is well on the backside of the pair of them. Is he going to be able to make a crazy lunging move up the inside into Brooklands? Eric Jamadera is well ahead, but Ryan Scourke breaks deep into Brooklands. Oh, and he gets moved back on by both Eric Jamadera and Alexander Gray. Eric Jamadera holding on to first position. Alexander Gray slotting through into second position. Ryan Scourke, after that crazy lunging maneuver, back into fourth position. Michelle Rodriguez even managed to get through. Oh, but Ryan Scourke back through Michelle Rodriguez himself as they come out of the Luffield corner. So Eric Jamadera up into first position, as we'd expect him to be, and I'm sure he'll hold on to that position for the rest of the race if we're going off last race's precedent. And Alexander Gray now in a sandwich between Ryan Scourke and Eric Jamadera. Let's see if this one hots up as they come through Maggots and Beckett's. What a move. What a move, Spitslam.
A textbook move by Eric. Ryan, if Ryan wouldn't know his braking points, then that would have been a good from P3 to P1 overtake.
It would have been some move from Ryan, but unfortunately whiffing it. Well and truly whiffing it.
That would be into new textbook, but he failed it. He failed the test.
It would be in the Track Titan textbook of overtaking.
Oh, we should actually make that some merch.
Ryan with a lunge.
Oh,
That's not going in the textbook. All over the curbs, bashing up against Alexander Gray, slowing the pair of them down. Michelle Rodriguez sniffing up the inside, manages to get past Ryan Scourke, and also trying to get through an Alexander Gray. Oh, but they collide. Michelle Rodriguez in the pit wall. There's debris scattered across the track, and Marshall has died, and Alexander Gray is back into third position. Oh, but he clips Ryan Scourke. Ryan Scourke is drifting, and back on track. Ryan Scourke ahead of Alexander Gray. Alexander Gray slotting in behind Ryan Scourke for the loop section, and Ryan Scourke not doing that, not handing the position back to Alexander Gray. Michelle Rodriguez is struggling once again. He's sideways. Rafael Varela's sideways. They're both sideways on the pit exit. Michelle Rodriguez is stopped in the pit exit. That's a 5-second penalty if I've ever seen one. Rejoining the track behind Evil Goblin, Rafael Varela there getting caught up with Michelle Rodriguez. Sits in fourth position, and Isaac now hunting down Michelle Rodriguez. Wow, that was crazy, eh?
if someone is going to slow that down, you will be cancelled. You said, I quote, you said that in there. Marshall is then right there.
I'm pretty sure.
I just heard that,
I'm pretty sure.
and I was just like,
I'm pretty sure Michelle hit the pit wall with such force that I've never seen at Silverstone. There has to be debris all over the track. Surely there's a red flag. There's no red flags in a Track Titan race.
Yeah, this is normal. If we compare this to, let's say, to me, then this is normal.
We race, rain or shine, crash after crash here. There is no mercy. Unfortunately, there are no marshals as well. Otherwise, Michelle would have a murder case on his hands. Right, so after all of that melee, Eric Jamadera once again in first position. Ryan Scourke holds on to second, but he's 3.5 seconds back from Eric Jamadera now, and with 3 minutes left, I don't think there's going to be any moves for first position by Ryan Skalka anytime soon. And then Alexander Gray manages to come out on top between him and Michel Rodriguez in third position, and he's 20 seconds clear of Rafael Varela. I would say that Alexander can be fairly happy as long as he can keep it on track, keep it quick. He can stay in third position, and yeah, I can't see Rafael closing in 20 seconds in a few laps.
You still cursed him, and Ericsson another fastest lap time. Goddamn, Eric, chill down.
Incredible. Another fastest lap of the day from Eric Schmidera there, 2:01.916, and that wasn't even with the fastest personal first sector. So Eric's got time on. He's got time on the cards. He's got time to spare.
Gas finally left. Let's go. So
Gus is gone after his time in the pits.
Alex almost spun it, but Adam, you still curse Alex. He is not first. So it's still your fault.
This is true. However, I would argue that Eric and Ryan coming through is inevitable. We know how fast those drivers are, and we saw in the first race how fast they are.
Eric was inevitable, but Ryan was more of a surprise.
Ryan is the master of capitalizing on chaos. He is the master of chaos, I would say. Anything crazy happens in a race, you know that Ryan's going to be there and he's going to gain 2 positions from it. It's just guaranteed.
Yeah, that's true. Remember Highlands Short? I think the interviews. What if Ryan won one of the races, and the first question for Ryan was, "How much did I pay? How much did he pay me?" I think that was the first thing you said.
Maybe he paid.
I remember
Michelle
right.
to try and take out.
He never paid. He never paid me. I'm still waiting for my money.
Send the debt collectors around, Spitzlab. Nonetheless, well, I mean, we're talking rubbish here. We're talking rubbish here, but all the racing is non-existent.
Gone.
The closest gap on track is 2 seconds from Michel Rodriguez and Ivo Goblin. So we're going to do a nice sunny tour of Silverstone. Give some nice fun facts.
With Eric?
I'm going with Alexander Gray as he comes through the club corner.
Yeah,
a little nice little bit of information. Just on the left there, out of club corner, next to the big Silverstone grandstand.
Building.
I once managed to get a transit van stuck in the mud, and we had to wait 20 minutes for the marshals to come rescue us.
How do you manage to do that?
Well, little did I know, transit vans are actually rear-wheel drive. So if you want a new drift machine, buy a transit van, people. Don't get stuck in the mud like me, though. It was the most embarrassing thing in my life.
Well, Michel spun. Michel spun. He just.
Are you sure?
What? No, my standings are my ACTV is trying to make something interesting right now at the track.
It's trying to bring the intrigue to the race. Although Michel is closing in, we're on the penultimate lap, I want to say now. Yeah, we are. Clock's ticked down to 0. Eric Schmidera is on the national straight, and Michel's chasing down Ivo Goblin. It's only got 1 position between 5th and 6th, but I think that's about 4 points difference, isn't it?
Ooh, I don't know. Oh, but Alex is going to the nice turn that we know as.
Let's see if there's any streakers. That's a fun one. In the was it the 80s? I think there was a protester that came on track just around here, and ran down the Hanger Straight as they were coming out of Maggots and Beckett's. He was running around the Hanger Straight for the British Grand Prix.
What a maniac!
I think that was the exact words Murray Walker used. He called him a maniac. Natural commentator there, Spitzlam. You know exactly what it is. On to the final lap. Ryan Skalka.
Ryan, the fastest lap.
0.1911.
9:11.
That is a fastest lap of the entire day, and that is impressively. That is with 2 orange first and second sectors. He managed to put in such a fast last sector. He was 4 tenths up on Eric Schmidera's last sector time. He brought back all that time and puts in a fastest lap of the day. That's a fantastic final sector from Ryan there.
That's why it would be cool if Track Titan introduced like all the best sectors combined, because we would see a time and we knew it would be achievable.
Oh my goodness! All the
you
best
know what I
sectors
mean?
Of all the best drivers, of all our best drivers combined.
Yes.
I don't think any human could do that. You know what our drivers are like.
We would at least know the perfect time that the community can do, and then you can use it as marketing. You know?
This is the kind of thing that goes in the suggestions box.
Oh, is it?
Anyway, whilst we're discussing new track time features that might come, Michelle Rodriguez makes a move on Evil Goblin, but Evil Goblin's not allowing him through. Evil Goblin on the inside of Luffield as they come round. Evil Goblin holding on to 5th position like his life depends on it on this final lap. He's trying to grab all the points that he possibly can for the all-important championship and the coveted pointless trophy at the end of it. It's not real.
Oh wait, we can make a trophy in Blender, so it's fine.
It has to be the coveted pointless trophy, nonetheless. Michelle Rodriguez, look at him with his battered and bruised car. That's a few £1,000s of damage. Up to Cops, still very close behind Evil Goblin. This is the most exciting racing we've had in a few minutes. Oh, nice moving around the outside. He's on rear quarter of Evil Goblin now as they come through Maggots and Beckett's. Oh, it's not going to happen this time round though for Michelle Rodriguez. He's look at him, line astern with Evil Goblin, just watching his lines, trying to replicate them so he can get the best move and slingshot onto the hanger straight. I'm going to watch Eric Tremendera cross the line for his second race win of the day. Ryan Skywalker in second, Alexander Gray in third. I'm going to jump back to Michelle Rodriguez. Oh, he's made the move. He's made the move and he's pulled the trigger and he's back in the pits.
What?
What on earth has happened?
I still see them. Michelle and Evil Goblin. Evil Goblin is still in front of him in the slow corner. In the left corner, can he keep the lead? Adam, I don't think you know. You see Michelle in the pit.
I'm back on them now.
They crash!
Oh, they've come together! They've come together and Isaac Gard has gone through the pair of them. Michelle Rodriguez trying to make a crazy lunge up the inside of Evil Goblin there, and it just does not pay off, and Isaac Gard manages to capitalise on all of that. Oh, no, goodness me. Goodness me.
The sausage curve of death.
That is.
That's the only thing I can say.
These two being absolute silly sausages. And
just take someone out.
There you go. Isaac Gard inherits 5th position on the final corner. Evil Goblin in 6th as Michelle Rodriguez lets him finish in front of him. I think rightly so. Bathtub with a great finish there for himself in 8th. Artyom in 9th. Diogo Texera in 10th. And Jesus finishes 11th.
Last.
Yeah, I think he really struggled after that first lap damage that he had.
Oh yeah,
was not having a good time at all. I'm going to watch the replay of... Oh, goodness me.
If you can, if you're computable, I don't think you know.
Yeah,
you see Michelle in the pit.
Oh,
they crash!
It's the final corner, and he just tries to make a crazy lunge up the inside, and then Evil Goblin says, no, you're not coming through. Michelle wasn't ever going to make that corner in time, so well done to Michelle for letting Evil Goblin back through, I think.
I think Eric is happy with his two victories, posting a George Russell gif into the community race.
Yeah, Eric Tremendera, a very happy boy. Shall we abduct him, or shall we just join them?
Yes, no, abduct him.
We'll abduct Eric.
We need to abduct him.
Eric has been abducted, and he is now joining us in the commentary booth. Eric, 2 wins.
Hello.
2 wins. How's it feel?
I'm happy. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. I don't really know what to say.
Yeah, you did really, really well. You managed to keep the... you know what it was? You just kept the car on track and you didn't make any mistakes. You managed to get yourself past Alexander Gray in the second race very well, very cleanly. And you avoided all the chaos behind you. So all credit to you. You didn't really have any incidents to talk about.
Well, I gotta say it was more about managing the gap.
Yep.
After I had... in the second race, I had 3 seconds over Ryan, so there's no point pushing that much. He was pushing hard because he had the fastest lap. But I was still controlling the pace and keeping the similar gap. In the first race, the same story, but here the gap was about 6 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. And how were the tyres on this car today?
After several laps, you had to slow down a bit into very fast corners. I gotta say, they were holding on nice, except maybe the first corner and Cops, where you had that high speed load on left front tire.
Very interested. How these tires kind of, it depends on car to car, doesn't it? I guess it's the variability of it all. But you did very, very well today, and you got 2 wins
I gotta say, you couldn't push that hard for that long. It was better to push quite a bit, but not to go 100%, because then the tires were starting to overheat. And it was better to go lap after lap in quite similar pace, and I'm happy I found that.
But you found the key, and practice makes perfect, because you did have a few laps in the hot lap challenge as well, didn't you? think you had
About 100.
yeah, about 100. So,
And I passed my exams today, so that's a very good day.
you know what, Eric's had you've had the best day of all of us, I think. Here, well done. So, passed exams, 2 race wins. That's better than a smack in the face, isn't it?
Definitely better.
Eric, it's okay if Adam feels weird. He is. Okay, if I can say this, there was a crash behind you, and Michelle binned it into the wall, and he binned it like into the wall, and they saw Marshall, and just the first thing that I heard out of Adam come out was like, there's just definitely a Marshall that on the track.
It's
That's
okay.
one of the
I
things.
can see him on my screen. He's right in the middle of the screen. He's just stood at the side of the track. I think he's fine. He brushed it off.
Yeah, he's standing.
Okay,
He's fine. He's fine.
That's the second thing that Adam said was you chasing Alex. It was that she her chasing the little Swedish boy, and she wants his meatballs.
You were chasing Alexander the Grey for a long time. I had a lot of time to think of puns. So you know what? Next time, just make the overtake faster and save my job. Really good racing, Eric. Really well done. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Have you got any questions for Eric Spitzlam?
I don't think I do anymore.
Well, I'm going to leave it at that. We'll return you back to your people, Eric. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for reminding me.
See you soon, Eric.
I'm glad you enjoyed the race.
Right.
See you soon.
Fantastic racing.
Bye.
Well, that was the same winner for 2 races, so I don't think we need to invite anyone else into the commentators' lounge today. I don't think, really.
No, we don't have to.
I think we'll leave it with Eric, and he gave us a lovely interview there, lovely insight onto the driving techniques. I think Eric demonstrated that as long as you can like feel the car, really understand it, then you can easily win a race like this. And Eric attesting to practice makes perfect with his 100 laps in the Hot Lap Challenge. I'm waffling here, Spitzlam.
Yes.
Shall we end the stream?
I just want to say one thing before we end the stream. You gave me a great lesson to know how to commentate a race.
No, this has been one of the best commentary I think I've ever had, actually. I've thoroughly enjoyed this, and I hope everyone else watching has enjoyed it.
One of the funniest, definitely. I'm just with a grin every time.
I do hope it's been an enjoyable watch for everyone that did join us tonight, and there's been some lovely racing. There's been some lovely chatter, and well, I love Silverstone. I love this car, so I'm a happy boy. Next week I have word from Tom O'Regan. The next week's Track Titan Hot Lap Challenge and race will be the P45 Competizione at Laguna Seca. Oh, that should be a good one.
Interesting.
That should be
finally, not a BMW at Laguna Seca.
This is true, but not an American car quite yet, so we can't go full NASCAR. Boogity. But I'll save that properly for when we do a NASCAR track. We'll do one day, I'm sure.
you need to say to Tom.
We'll get the wheels in motion.
I don't.
But yeah, what a day of racing. Thank you to everyone for joining us. Thank you to Spitzlam for joining me.
You're welcome.
That's the Tuesday night over. So join us next week for P45 Competiziones at Laguna Seca. But for tonight, I have been Adam Chapman talking a lot of rubbish, joined by Spitzlam.
The guy trying to stop him.
trying to save my career. And that's been it for tonight. Thank you everyone for joining us, and we will see you next week. Goodbye.